When you walk through the doors, it's kind of like walking back in time. The history is just phenomenal.
It's kind of creepy. It gives me like the heebie-jeebies.
I'm not a fan of ghost stories.
It just felt like you didn't want to be alone. Like you didn't, I mean, any little sound, you're just kind of like, what was that?
I mean, I haven't like felt anything yet, you know, like any presence of ghosts or anything, but I think, you know, if it was darker, like, I think that's when they come out usually.
People talk about paranormal activity or anything like that, you know, I don't know if I buy into it as much as other people, but I certainly feel those stories because that's the reality of what happened here. You know, people did commit suicide, people were killed by other inmates, they were executed here. So there are a lot of those things that I feel like is real, and that those sorts of things stick around here, and that history is very important and very, very living here every day.
So is there somebody in here who would like to share a story with me?
My team's going to come in and see if we can't document some of the reported activity we've heard about. People are more scared just because it's unknown, not because there's actual activity. And once you become educated and you've worked with it long enough, it's not as scary as it probably was when I first started out.
Is there anybody unlucky enough to be in here this evening who would like to tell us your story and why you're in here?
101 years of stories, and there were over 13,000 inmates that stayed here at the penitentiary, and that means there are 13,000 different stories that you can tell just about the inmates.
There's somebody here with us would like to introduce yourselves to us tonight.
There's some people who have claimed they have physically been touched or felt somebody tug at them, and when they turn back, nobody's there.
It's a face, Megan.
It's creepy, but I haven't seen anything.
It looks like a face.
It's not a face. It's just a weird picture.
So until something grabs my leg, I guess I'm gonna be scared then.
The other thing, of course, is noises, hearing voices, hearing somebody say help, hearing somebody say a certain name, and you know, they look around and nobody's there, or they can't explain any of those things. And so those are just a few of the things that people have said through the years.
Time is 6:17. Matt, Kelly, Doug, and Kim Tucker are entering the death row room.
About 97–98% of the time that we go on location, there's a logical explanation for the activity.
Can you tell me how many of you are here right now?
It's that other 2 or 3% that keep you going, and so you're going to listen to a lot of hours of nothing.
So how much longer you got before you can get out?
A lot of staticky video throughout the night, nothing occurring. But boy, when you get that one EVP or that one, you know, photographic evidence is extremely rare. So when you capture something on a photograph or a video, you're just tickled pink.
As an employee, as someone who's been here for 6 years, I haven't experienced paranormal activity. I'm not closed-minded to it though. I mean, I definitely see people that come in here all the time and they capture something with their camera that they can't explain.
Ooh, I don't like it in here.
They feel something that they can't explain. They hear voices that they can't explain. So I think being in a place like this, knowing that there were really awful things that happened here and people did awful things to each other, they did awful things to get in here, I definitely think that you can feel that heaviness sometimes, and the history is real. And so if the history is real, then maybe some of that stuff is possible. And so for some people that come through here, that is reality for them.
What was that?
We like people to come in and decide for themselves whether this place is haunted, and there's people that are convinced that it is, and there's definitely people that say no way, but we leave it up to the individual.